Hello and welcome everybody out there in YouTube and D&D land. I hope you're all having a fantastic day today. Before we jump in the action, don't forget, like, comment, subscribe. All those things help us out tremendously. If you're interested in supporting our community a little bit further, consider becoming a member here on our YouTube channel. Memberships start at just $2 a month and you gain access to some really cool emotes. Lastly, if you're interested in joining any of our games, we do have open slots available. We have open slots available on our Tuesday early, our Tuesday evening, and our Saturday early games, respectively. If you want to join any of them, be sure to reach out. Let me know. Or you can go through our Patreon, which is listed down in the description below. But I forewarn you, don't join at the player tier. Join at a lower tier so that we can schedule a one-on-one and then see if any of the games are suitable for you. I had somebody fuck that up last week. It'll be a story during break, everybody. Anyways, let us get into the action. Adendu, tell us what happened last session.
Well, last session, the family problem group are huddled up in a boat, only to find out that there is a ship docked. So Bernie and Undendu chose to deal with it using their army tactics and know-how, allowing the others to get some recon in and figure some stuff out with their own. After the broken ship and everyone came together, finding out that indeed the Empire brought a lot of supplies into the city, which is a big scary. Going back to where the wounded are, there was an uncertain breeze, only to find out there was a dragon in the sky. I believe a blue one? Uh, Only to find out it was a archdruid, which was really cool. Some got a bit jealous of their abilities, but others just found it a bit more useful. And the plan was formed to try and get as many civilians out as possible. Once the family and Bernie getting impatient, needing to go in to save the people, his home and his mother, the group traveled into the city, only to find that it has indeed been ransacked and harmed, with civilians on the ground and two groups of uh, Empire soldiers at the ready. A fight broke out and explosions went off, and a lot of damage, of course. But in the end, the family won and found a certain character of their past. With a little shenanigans, they found a small area to bunker down where Bernie's form started to grow more infernal and more scary and the like, as he was losing his way, to say, of over the emotions. But also finding out the souls of the people were traveling up to the mansion, which is scary in the most. A small fight broke off with Lily and Bernie, causing them to rumble into the ground. But emotions broke free, and the family allowing it to throw and flow outwards. With that, there was some agreement of trying to rest if need be, but Bernie is unstable, and that's where we left off.
So, Bernie began to calm down, color returning back into his eyes, going back to the brown color with the whites still glowing. And in that moment, fatigue finally hit and struck. As hard as a T-Rex charging directly into you head first. You sit down on the ground, Bernie.
Yeah.
And everyone else, you're still hoveling inside of this home. This is where we begin.
Lily will help Bernie to his feet a little. Right.
I'll remain seated.
Uh, you're kind of making this difficult now. Come on, let's stand up. We still got a job we gotta finish, and then we can rest.
Just give me a moment, Lily.
Okay.
If allowed, and Nendu would go over and kneel down on both knees or whatnot, sitting next to him, just staring at him with their unemotional gaze and whatnot, and a simple, soft voice of, "Everything will be okay."
It's fine. I just need a moment to clear my head a bit.
Right. Well.
Do you wish to talk about it? Oh, sorry,
No.
Lily.
Oh, yeah. Lily offers Bernie one of the healing potions that are in our party loot because I noticed Bernie and Adendu are still kind of a little bit low. She'll offer one to Bernie or Adendu as well.
And then they will look at it, unsure if they can even use it. So they just stare at the potion.
I'm going to look over to I forget their name, but the person who led us to this home of, is there anywhere that people are gathering in mass to hide from the Empire?
Grisnock was her name.
Brisnock.
There's been rumors that I've heard of various locations that individuals have been storing themselves, and I was just out and about trying to locate a few more and see if there wasn't an open route to bring them to different locations. From what I've seen, there's one more location that I've heard rumors of that may have people in there. And supposedly they're the waypoint that has a emergency bunker somewhere underneath the city. Baron, do you know anything about that? History.
Well, there should be a few tunnels that's underneath the city still. Might be able to use them to escape. So if we okay, we need to keep our heads down and try and get the word out. Among if you know of any other people like yourself who are, small, sneaky, we should be able to try and locate the other shelters and get as many as we can out of the city.
Do you know if the city has like an archive where maps of the city, including infrastructure, would be available?
Could be some in town hall, I suppose.
They're occupying the town hall.
Of course.
They've taken over the guard stations. They've also taken over all of the taverns. People are being relocated out of homes into their designated facilities, one of which is the school, the other of which is a temple to the lawbearer.
Where? Who is it? Do you know who was in charge of keeping the sewer lines clean?
Well, it was a city task in order to do that. I believe I dated a a man, Johannes? You remember Johannes, Baron?
Yeah, vaguely, I think.
He was one of the scrubbers. Every month they would
Right.
pay him a week's wage just to go down there for a few hours and scrub out the tunnels.
Do you
Very
know
good
if-
work. Very, very honest work.
Do you know if they burned down his house yet?
I have not been to that side of town. If you would like, I can give you the address.
Yes, because my thought is if he's paid once a month to go down there, there is a higher chance that he might have kept some notes on different areas that could be used, say, for escape paths.
Would you like me to take you over there to look while the big guy here gets a little rest?
I think that'd be smart.
All right.
Just to be clear, Joey. So, do I have like a point of fatigue or?
It's mostly roleplay. You could keep pushing, but this is to express you are tapped. Like, all of
Right.
you are tapped.
I say. Sorry, go ahead, Rooney.
No. Yeah, go ahead.
I say let's take a small break, and then we'll head over to that side of town. And if there is a bunker system, it's surely tied into not only the underground infrastructure, but if I was building a bunker, I'd have an escape tunnel into the sewer system.
All right. I'll take you over there now. Forewarn you though, I'm not I'm not much of a fighter. I don't have any type of training, so if there's danger, I am going to run away.
That's understandable.
All right.
Come here for a moment, please.
Yeah, okay. And she'll look over at you, Bernie, like with a look of, can we trust these people?
I'll just nod at her.
Right. Then she'll step over.
I bring out my amulet of devotion and cast sanctuary on her.
Oh. How long does that stay up?
I believe an hour. I can double check.
I think it was a minute actually, but let's double check that.
Yeah,
It's been a while since anybody cast Sanctuary.
It's kind of a combat spell.
1 minute, yeah. Unfortunately.
1 minute.
I mean, it
But
does
that's
make them
fine.
feel more reassured.
If anything, I'm
Well,
gonna cast
they will
sanctuary on
hold
you.
it.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
feel better
I
for that
mean-
minute. That's good. It calms emotions, you know, it's good. Oh, thank you.
Let's see what we can get out of our prisoner.
Right. All right,
So
you come with me and we'll start heading over to Johannes, okay?
Yeah.
All right. So, are you guys waking up the unconscious Zemnian?
I'm securing him first and foremost, tying him to like a pole or something.
No radiators in here, unfortunately, but okay.
No, but
There is a
might be
stove.
some
You could tie
support
him to the
beams.
stove.
Yeah, fair enough.
You could tie him to Lily.
quick thing, yeah, you could. Before we do wake him as well, we're all maybe somewhat morally gray or in that little higher area of, not being bad people. This person was very willing to kill themselves for the
Most
stuff.
likely he does not know what is up here. If the soldiers knew that their own souls were in the line,
Well-
that they might risk their afterlives by dying here, then they would probably be more hesitant to participate.
What I'm trying to say though is like, yes, that might be true, but if it is not the case and he has no reason to believe us and he might not even want to believe us regardless, we may have to resort to very unpleasant measures. And Lily
I
will
am-
begin pulling out like a healer's kit, but like the healer's kit that has the scalpels, the surgery stuff from Miriam, you know.
Torture doesn't work, Lily.
It does if there's a zone of truth, probably, but I don't think we can afford that right now.
Well, then the zone of truth works, not the torture. It doesn't matter. We'll talk with him and I'll explain him the situation, and if he is cooperative, then we'll let him stay alive. It's as simple as that. If he's not cooperative, I'll kill him, and he'll know that his soul is destroyed in the process.
If it gives you an ace, you can say one of my rights will kill him and make him undead. That might scare him more.
Sure, but putting the cards on the table so that he knows what's up.
I don't remember. I remember at one point we had a hat of disguise. Do we remember who had that?
Tolsha was the last one who had it.
I gave it back.
Then Lily was the last one who had it.
Oh shit! I just haven't used that in like forever. Then.
So,
Been on your head the whole time.
Bernie, do you have
It's-
manacles?
Yeah, I used them on him last time.
Okay, so you tie the manacles to the only solid fixture inside of this house, which would be the oven. Not actually like cracking a joke about it, but like actually that is the most solid object that is noisy as hell if you try breaking out of.
Right.
But also incredibly secure.
Right.
As soon as
And then
you...
yeah, before I start waking him up, I'll do my weekly ritual cast of Zone of Truth.
Okay.
And I did put it in chat. Lily's gonna give the hat of disguise to Tolsha then, because Tolsha has a history of lying. Like not in a bad way. Like she's better at lying than Lily.
But Tolsha just left.
Oh fuck.
And also that requires an hour to attune.
No, it doesn't. It's not an attunement.
Oh, it's an infusion.
No, this is if I remember correctly, when I made this hat, this was just the normal, like, Lily took some downtime to make it hat.
Yes, the Hat of Disguise, which allows you to cast the Disguise Self spell at will, requires attunement. That is what you made.
It does not. Wait.
Let's just get on with it.
Okay.
I'm
okay,
reading
yeah.
it right here. It's attunement. The DM has spoken. Done. So,
Oh shit! Wait.
you wake up the prisoner. And of course, most of you speaking Zemnian, it's easy enough for you to understand the very fast-paced amount of slurs being thrown out at you.
I'll just wait until he's finished with his initial sort of barrage of curses.
Is Zone of Truth charisma save or wisdom?
It's wisdom, I'm quite sure. Let me double check.
Yes,
Charisma.
please.
Oh, okay.
All right, where's their character sheet? There it is. There it is. Uh-huh, 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 uh-huh. 10. You know that they failed. Everyone else in the room.
And I'm going to willingly fail again, also.
Okay. Charisma saves everybody else in the room. It's not a choice, it's the zone. Autos.
Do we get Bernie's aura?
Yeah. Lily failed. Miriam failed. Adandu succeeded. Bernie, you are aware of all of this. Keep in mind, that is one aspect of the Zone of Truth.
Yep.
I got a 3 that became 1.
What are you... What are you doing, devil?
First of all, let me tell you that you are now in a zone of truth. You cannot lie. Neither can I. I have willingly let it influence me. And I am not a devil. I may have the blood from one. But what you are doing here is more devilish than anything I could concoct. Do you even know what you're doing here?
Of course. We are taking over the Tal'Dorei Republic, starting first with this base of operations.
And do you know that dying here means that your soul is trapped
Roll me,
by something you brought?
roll me persuasion.
Yeah.
Let's see if he believes that you can't lie right now.
This is gonna be shit because I always roll shit on persuasion. So.
Can I give one of my... I guess it's only for me.
Yeah.
I was going to ask for the Otis inspiration for him, but...
Yeah. Yeah, the only thing you could do would be Flash, which I think you're all out of now?
No, I've got one left, but I was kind of keeping it in the barrel for something important, you know?
Okay. I believe you are a liar, but I'm not sure.
Well, I am a sworn paladin of the Lawbearer. Of the actual Lawbearer, not the fake that you are worshipping in the Empire.
How dare you? You all are the fakes.
Are we really going to resort to name-calling right now?
Speaking as if you have her favor and her love, you do not. Only the Empire is favored by her.
Your empire is favored by liars and cheats.
Let me see. I'm just trying to see if there is any kind of spell or thing I have that would actually sort of prove that.
Ooh,
Channel divinity.
Bernie, remember you have that, the other symbol that we found, the secret iconography.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll pull that out actually. So, this amulet here, you can see this is a fairly good replica of a holy symbol of the Lawbearer. This was taken off one of your priests, one who was killed in battle a short while ago. And I'll flip it and show him the backside of it. You see this here? This is not of the Lawbearer. This is an insignia of some other entity. An entity that is proclaiming, or rather trying to disguise itself as the Lawbearer. You and your whole empire have been deceived by this entity, and a man called Trent Ickathon, who is not a man at all, but a lich. An undead spellcaster, a mage from ancient times. We are trying to hinder whatever it is he's planning, and he doesn't have any qualms about sacrificing either you or your people, your fellow comrades. Now, I am a warrior and a soldier myself, and I understand your loyalty, and I have respect for that. But you must also have respect for the truth when it is being told to you. Now, I would prefer it, if it was possible, for all of your comrades to learn this truth. That is, unfortunately, not an easy task to begin with. But I can tell you this. We will not torture you or anything here to get information out of you. You will either cooperate, or you will not. And if you don't, I will kill you. And then your soul will be trapped, drawn into some siphoning thing that your commander has brought here. The one with the diamond skin, who also happens to actually be a product of the same occult magics that turned me into this before I was born. Do you understand me?
Roll me intimidation.
Come on, Paladin.
You may replace your charisma with strength. Keep in mind, in case that is relevant for you.
Yeah, but it would be lower if I used strength.
Okay. Just
How?
I always like to remind people that is an
Yeah.
option. Because he's a good guy. He's not a fucking brute. Like
Yeah.
Tosh is
How
stronger
is
than
strength
him.
use
lower than his
session
charisma?
I'll
Paladin.
use session inspiration. Alright, 19.
much
I
better.
think this seems like a good time for that flash, so make it 24.
Okay. The individual takes a pause, contemplating, listening to everything you're saying, and he seems to be looking very carefully at that symbol. Why are there barbs sticking out of that pit in it?
I don't know. I don't know which unholy deity it might be used as a representation for. It might be one of the betrayers. It might be something else.
Where's my symbol?
I'll look for it if he has one on him.
You lift it out from underneath his shirt, tucked in between all of the layers to keep it safe, and take it off and show me. I need to see.
I'll do that.
And you do see his symbol is nowhere near as nice and regal as the other one, but it does seem to possess that same feature inside of it. I was told that the bastards of the betrayers would murder all of us on sight, without hesitation. You don't have the Goliath, but I have to believe you are those bastards.
Well, you would be right in believing that. And I suppose our enemies would call us bastards, as we call them bastards. But as you can see, we have not harmed you further, and as I said, I would have preferred it if we had been able to spare your comrades as well. But you see, this is my hometown you are burning. These are my friends you are killing, my family. And not just killing, you are taking their souls. That is unforgivable. And as you may understand, some emotions run hot. Now, I am restraining myself from utilizing further violence on you, even how much I might want to. But you have this one chance. This one chance to discover the truth and help your comrades do so as well. And although we are, for now, enemies in this war, there is a mutual enemy that has poised us into this conflict. Tal'Dorei never wanted war with the Empire. But there is someone who has been working towards that end. Now, do you know of anyone, any officers, commanders, who you know have reservations about the orders you have received earlier, who are not inclined to simply go along with the way you have been treating the populace, burning civilians.
He opens his mouth for a brief moment and then takes a pause and our fleet has been hand-chosen by the Fleet Admiral. Every one of us are willing to die for him, for the glory of the Empire, and seek out all of our enemies. We were told that agents that we captured back in Rexentrum were being informed by people here. These agents in Rexentrum ended up destroying people who lived in the lower wards, killing them. We've been treating this area as a hostile environment, and every building we are burning, it is in order to ensure that nobody is trying to hide from us. We thoroughly search the location and give ample forewarning before burning it down. There has
What
been...
exactly are your other orders after you have burned the town? Do you know?
My orders were to round up as many civilians and keep them close to all of us so we would not be under any direct duress from Vox Machina.
Right.
So, human shields. Pleasant.
Does that strike you as a very godly, honorable way of conducting warfare? Hiding behind the lives of others who are not combatants?
We have seen our country burn and our people burn by those as powerful as them with no remorse. The only country folk that they have respect for are their own.
And yet it is your country that has developed these unquenchable flames.
Unquenchable flames?
Are you not familiar with this weapon, this fire that you're using? It cannot be doused by water.
It is divine fire.
It is not.
Joey, can Lily just roll something to give a quick, scientific explanation on what more or less it is?
You can absolutely do that, and you know it well enough, but it will go right over his head.
That's fine. Lily's just gonna be like, actually, it's a this, and she'll ramble on with that after, and they'll start ignoring her.
What do you... This is blessed oil. It's like holy water, but...
It is an
cleansing the impure.
alchemical product of Hupperduk. Nothing more. And you are being lied to.
Go ahead, Adundu.
Are you in any pain at all?
A manageable amount.
Are you sure? They will offer the health potion that was given by Lily.
No, keep it. Oh,
Are you sure?
I'll reach up one finger in front of him, give him a tap on the forehead, and give him 2 hit points back.
Okay. Considerably
Yeah,
better
nice.
than Death's Door. 3 times as much hit points. Let's go.
DM, with our interactions with Bernie's interactions with his officer and my interactions with Argon and Lyceum, do we know what he's referring to in agents in Rexington?
Have you heard anything about the other group in Rexington at all?
No.
Yeah, then that's your answer.
No, after I give him the lay on hands, I'll look at him and say, that is what a touch of the lawbearer is actually like. Now, what is your name, soldier?
Schultz. Theon Schultz.
Theon Schultz. So, let me know, how is it that you have all been deceived by this? Do you have any ideas?
I don't. I've been following orders.
Right.
The symbol is what the symbol has been since I was young. I just never noticed that feature. We're just following orders.
Right. Now, as I said, this is your one chance. If I were to let you go, right here, right now, go back to your other comrades, would you show them what I've just shown you?
No.
Why?
It is our customs if one betrays our faith or one betrays our orders that they are treated as a traitor, which is punishable by public execution.
So you are all cultists, then, is what you are saying?
What is your punishment for betraying your country?
Betraying your country and betraying your goddess. Two different things. Well, in that case, I suppose we will keep you prisoner for now. And you are not betraying your country by being kept prisoner, are you?
No.
No, good. So, I'll turn to the rest of them. Let's make an effort to take prisoners when we can and reserve our lethal weapons for those who actually deserve it.
Lethal
As
weapons.
Miriam
much
just shrugs. Magic.
as much as I disagree with trying to take everyone alive, I'm glad you're back, Bernie.
Thanks. I need to know. A reminder. And
So-
keep in mind, it's not only their lives that is at risk here. There is a great blasphemy happening. And we don't know if the souls that are being taken are being siphoned off to some unholy ritual or whatever it is Trent has concocted. I can only imagine. So let's focus on trying to get the civilians and any other survivors to safety, and we'll see about taking out that storage of this fire. What's the name of it, actually? I'll ask the Theon.
Is the name of the oil?
Yeah, what is it you are calling it?
divine fire.
Right. Well,
Blessed oil, divine fire.
well, we'll see if we can do anything about this divine fire. What other... Well, Theon, as you see, we are trying to actually help your side as well here. Your people. Can you tell me of any other orders, any specific instructions you've had on where to store or what to do with this blessed fire of yours?
Do I have your word you are not going to use it against our people en masse?
You have my word that I will not use it against any civilians. That is all I can give you.
He takes a very deep breath. I cannot betray my brother in arms. Deceived as we all are.
Right. I'll look to the rest of the group and then back to him and, well, then you are of little use to me. You can do with him what you like. Also looking at some of the, I imagine, angry civilians sheltering here with us right now.
Yeah. So, I think this is a good moment for us to pan away to Tolsha and Gaznuk, was it? I believe this one, Gaznuk.
I believe so.
Just so we can pan away from the war crime. I need you to roll me a stealth check.
Before I left the house, I would have liked to cast Enhance Ability on myself.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Cat's Grace, I assume?
Yes, for advantage. And I will have the cloak up as well, the one that we got for New Haxon. Just to hide my, face and whatnot.
Alrighty.
$26.
Good. Between you and her, you're going to be able to escape fairly easily. Now, when you leave, she ends up taking you through a couple of back alleys and little crevices that are difficult for you to squeeze into, and she ends up having to take you through a couple of different routes to start getting into different districts inside of town. It's a bit frustrating, to say the least, but at least you both are staying clear from all of the large group of soldiers that seem to be marching about with civilians still actively connected to them. You get over towards a remarkably nice side of town that at one point in time would have been far more beautiful. In fact, Tolsha, you remember coming through here a couple of times in this district. There was a particular buyer for your products that ended up being a repeat customer across 2 years before inexplicably disappearing. You never question what happens, and in that line of business that you were tied to, it was a common thing. Not that you've had much experience in Trina, but this one customer, you recall.
Okay.
No? You end up going over towards one of these nicer homes. 2-story building that is built here, and she takes you out back. Once you get there, you see that it has a cellar door. She goes over to it and begins to look around. We gotta make sure nobody's around who will hear it. It used to be really creaky. Roll me a perception check, Tolsha.
Okay. I was going to do this before the reception check anyways, but I'm actually going to cast silence on the area.
Okay. That will break your stealth. I believe it has verbal components.
It would, so I wouldn't then.
And silence is also a concentration spell, I believe.
Yes. Oh, what I do have though, actually, here, I pull out a small bit of oil that I got from Lily before. This should help with the noise.
What's this?
Using WD-40.
It's something that Lily made. She calls it WD2.
What happened to the first one?
Exploded. But this tends to make metal on metal joints a lot quieter. Loosens them up so they don't squeak.
All right. She'll apply it, and sleight of hand check. She'll assist you in this at opening it.
Alrighty. 28, natural 20.
Perfect. You end up opening the cellar door enough for her to squeak in, and then position yourself and lower it down as well. As you were walking in, you hear the drawing of a blade from a sheath. And you have dark vision, correct?
Yes.
You turn over and you see that there's a human man with burn marks on the side of his arm, holding out a very crude-looking dagger, shakily.
We're friendly. I'm with Burn Crackless of the Iron Oath.
Who the hell's that?
A paladin, underneath Commander Dark Tower.
Just take a breath. It's me, Grisnock. Grisnock? Oh, sweet. And you see him drop the blade and go trying to find out wherever she is. He can't see at all. And she ends up holding and grabbing onto his arms, and he winces against the pain. Oh, ooh, wow, that is a nasty burn. Yeah, it's really painful. What are you doing here? Baron of the Iron Oath. You remember I mentioned Bernie, the tiefling guy? Oh right, the tiefling, the one with the brother who's stoic and the Iron Oath, right? No, that was Kurt, his brother. He's a moron. This is Bernie. Oh, sorry, I always mix those two up. Yeah, you came here to rescue me? Yes. She looks over at you, Tolsha, and just nods slowly.
Yes. We are working on plans to get as many people out of the city as we can, and you were one of the top people to find due to your expertise in navigating through the sewers, due to your past employment.
Navigate? What? The sewers? Yeah, I mean, I know them. I worked 10 years. That's how I was able to afford this house.
Yes, and you having worked there for 10 years on them, you would know them pretty well, yes?
Of course, I know every nook and cranny that usually gets a little more filled up on taco nights.
Which would mean you'd also know where exits out of the city would be, as well as possible other hiding places down there.
Well, there's only 2 exits from the system itself. One's into a designated portion of the swamp to be refertilized, and the other one is into the downstream of the river. But that is a very, very steep drop. It's not really functional for people.
The one that goes into the swamp, how far out is that exit?
Roughly about a mile and a half.
So well outside of, hopefully, prying Zemnian eyes.
Right, but the sewage system's a little difficult to get into. I kind of already thought about that, and many of our drains are currently being patrolled around consistently. I haven't been able to check 2 of them.
Which 2?
There's one. It's located next to the library, but they built a garden around it a while back. I think in the last 3 years or so. I think it's actually covered with dirt. So, azalea bushes, I think, are on top of it. And the other one, it is in the one at the high top, by the governor's house.
Governor's house is a no-go.
I have seen. That man is terrifying.
The fleet admiral or the magic user?
I don't know. Did you see that dragon that flew by earlier?
Yes.
He stepped outside and started screaming and challenging at it. He wanted a one-on-one fight with a dragon.
That's some leverage. Interesting. A large amount of bravado, then.
I mean, Chad level shit, yeah? 1v1 me, bitch! Just...
Right. I'll have my familiar... How far away is the library from here? Would you say?
Well, it's on the opposite side of town, over towards where Griznok lives, close to the storage by the docks. Wait, the ones by the docks or the ones close to where I live? Well, I mean, it's kind of by the docks. Well, it's a very distinct difference if it's closer to where I live, ones, because those are different than the ones right next to the docks. It's the ones closer to where you live. That's what I'm sorry, I'm not good at talking. Yeah, I remember.
Okay. Right. Well, that should definitely help us when we're trying to get the people that we've found so far out of the city.
There's also a cell of us, not too far away from here. Roughly about 45 people are held up there.
In a building, a basement, or...
It's it's underneath the governor's nephew's home. It was built on top of jail cells, but it was repurposed for personal use. And now all of them are down there hiding.
Governor's nephews. Okay. You think you can walk? If anything, we can get you either to that cell at the governor's nephew's house, or take you back with us, though we're on the opposite side of town.
The rain really hurts my arm. Do you have anything to cover it?
I will take out a healer's kit, and can I start wrapping it up in the way that I've seen Miriam treating those wounds when we were on the ship before?
Right. Roll me a medicine check.
$21.
Yeah, you take out the bandage in there and rub some of the burn ointment that you now have to keep on hand from your early days of meeting Lily. Putting that on onto the wound, bandage wrapping it up tightly so water won't soak through, and then wrapping that with a large spare cloth of some outfit in your bag of holding will keep it dry from the rainwater. That stings a little. Is it supposed to sting?
Unfortunately, but hopefully once I can get you into some better light, I can take a look at the damage done to the arm.
All right. Let's get going. Whew.
You'll be fine.
If you want to take me over there and drop me off, you're welcome to.
Well, let's head over there. We'll meet up with the others, and that way I can get a more accurate picture of what's happening on this side of town.
Right. As clarity, are we taking him back to Baron, or are we taking him to the holding cells?
Considering the condition his arm is in and how far we have to walk, we should take him over towards the holding cells area. That way I can better treat his arm before heading back to Burren.
All right. Let us get going. Stealth check again. Wait, you haven't cast any spells, have you?
Nope.
Yeah, you're still stealthy then. You don't even have to roll.
Oh, sweet.
It's only when you take an action to, like, do something big, right? So, you end up leaving. Now with this man who does make it a bit more difficult to travel with, but you manage to get all the way downtown, closer towards this higher district, but only up one layer of the docks. Once you get higher up, he brings you over towards a back door and gently rasps on it 3 times. Shoot, it was, Benedict? It is I, Benedict. Not the first, but the second. Then you hear the sliding of a large object away, and an older-looking, grisly man opens it. Clearly Fisher's physique. Hairline pushed way the far back, and it looks like he's done his best to shave the center of it to keep, some level of dignity involved. And he looks at you and Grisnock and over at him and back over at you, Tolsha. Sorry, Harold, this is... I am so sorry, I haven't gotten your name.
Elsha.
This is Tosha. We're almost at full capacity. I don't think we can take 3 more in.
We're just making sure that he's all right and I can take a look at the wounded before we head back out to find others.
What are you, a cleric?
Yes.
His stoic face softens when you say that, and quickly come in and don't make a single noise, don't speak, don't do anything. I've successfully drugged the man who lives here. He's bending to the Zemnian's knee, but he's going to be sleeping all night.
Of course.
So he closes the door quietly, and with the help of 2 other burly guys, they lift up this standing china cabinet and slowly drag it in front of the door. You look inside, and this place is completely jam-packed. There's only one area down here that seems to not have anybody inside, and they seem to have designated that as the location everybody has to go to relieve themselves right now.
Fair.
Looking around, there's a handful of injured individuals. One of them looks nearly mangled, but by blades, not by fire, like any of the other individuals. Do you have any spell slots remaining?
I do, and I still have a charge left on the Staff of Healing.
Okay.
Using the Staff of Healing, does that break stealth?
That would be casting a spell, yeah.
Through an item?
Yes, as casting a spell.
Okay, I will start mundanely checking the people who need the healing first to do what I can there before moving on to spells if need be, because I know that is verbal and can be loud. And then he asked me not to say a word.
All right. Roll another general medicine check.
I will use session advantage. 26.
You get people into a very stable position. None of them are looking like these are going to become outrageously infected. Of course, they're going to have to tend to it, and luckily it's been persistently raining, so if really need be, they can wash it off in the rain with cloths that are cleaned. But you get everybody over the course of about an hour good. The end of this, Harold crossing his arms. If you would like, you're allowed to stay. We could use someone like you.
I would, but we're working on trying to get a route to get everyone out of the city as we can. Our current plan is going to be through the city and into the swamp.
We
just need to... I'm with my brother, Bernie, of the Iron Oath.
His eyes go wide.
We might have a path that is through the sewers that might be open. We just need to confirm it. If so, we'll start coming back here to get you guys out. I don't know how long it should take. Hopefully just less than 12 hours is what I hope.
Don't bother. We're not trusting him. We'll find our own way.
Why?
That boy can't be trusted.
I think you're thinking of Kurt.
No. I know which one I'm talking about. And he smiles and you see there's 2 missing teeth. He's the one that removed these from me.
Why would he do that?
Arrogance, hot-headed kid, fiendish child. I don't care what it is. We're not trusting him. We'll find our own way. I've taken care of these people. You can help others.
I'm also with a member of the Lyceum here as well. And we've enlisted the help of the Ashari to help escort people out of the city.
All right. We'll work with the Ashari. No problem.
Understood. I will let Keyleth know of your position here. Hopefully that she can cause a distraction, slip some druids in and get you guys out of here.
So, he'll nod and give you that same, well, now he has to change the message since somebody used it. We've been changing our message every periodic time, so if they're going to be arriving, they need to tell me that the vintage take is on their way.
That's not Thieves' Camp or anything, is it?
Oh, it's definitely Thieves' Cant.
I know that.
It's a common turn of phrase. The vintage take would be, we are here to receive product or shipment, but given this circumstance, that would be, we are here to escort people.
Okay, and there's roughly 45 people, correct?
Correct. Well, 46 now, you brought in one more. Or Griznok's also going to remain here.
Okay, so 47.
Yeah.
And on our way in, did we see a tree that might... She mentioned tree stride. I wouldn't know exactly the methodology used it, but would there be trees nearby? Because I would assume it involves trees somehow.
You know, that's a fair assumption. Roughly about 4 blocks away, there were some trees.
Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Of course. Here, and I'll take out 4 potions of healing. Use these as needed. They're normal potions of healing.
He'll reach into his bag and pull out some gold and hand it over to you.
Keep the gold.
I don't believe in anything for nothing.
You're not giving me nothing. You're getting these people to safety.
Roll me persuasion.
23.
He'll nod his head. Can't believe Baron keeps company like you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So, you end up sneaking back.
I still haven't used any major magic, so I think stealth is still 26.
Yeah. Everyone else just need to answer yes or no. Will you allow the citizens to kill the Zemnian?
No.
Art, easy enough. He's still alive.
Yeah. I'm not sure if you did you read the I wrote a comment.
No, I did not. No. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
okay,
As
so-
he got away from the prisoner, but then he cited, "Let's stop what is about to happen." No, we are not them. However, okay.
I was going to give him an easy out, but okay.
Okay, so you are abiding by the rules of law and engagement. That is
Yeah.
a lawful thing to do. You're not moving towards chaos. Good.
Yeah, and, well, I mean,
no, just kind of giving into emotions that went a little breach there, kind of.
yeah, and Lily's standing by her brother.
So, you all who are sitting here get a short rest in. If there's any resources you would like to utilize during a short rest, you are welcome to.
Oh, jeez.
Hit dice, arcane recoveries,
I can get 1 first level spell back.
swapping attunements. And I think we're going to go ahead and go on break. And when we get back, that is when Tolsha is arriving. Be right back.
your laptop.
It's
No, it just
wonderful
has a
that that's the
bucket.
first thing the stream hears. Welcome back, everybody. Hope you're all having a fantastic day today. Before we jump into the action, don't forget, like, comment, subscribe. All of those things help us out tremendously. If you're interested in supporting our community a little bit further, consider becoming a member here on our YouTube channel. Memberships start at just $2 a month, and you gain access to some really cool emotes. Now, let's get back into the game. A couple of hours go by, everybody, where you finally get to rest a little bit. I believe Bernie, you would begin to feel a little, well, nappy.
Sure.
To feel, not like you're actually napping. It's just
Yeah.
you went emotionally and physically did a lot today.
Yeah, sure. It hasn't been that long of a day for us, though.
Yeah, it's just one of them days.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
don't
sure.
want to wake up. Everything's
It's one of those long days, but it happened in a short period of time.
correct.
Yeah.
So, Tolsha opens the door, and all of you can feel a little relief on your shoulders, seeing that she is alive.
Glad you're back. I was just about to go out there and start, well, blasting to find you.
I wouldn't do that. So I did find some information. We were able to find I'm blanking on his name. I don't know why. But we were able to find the person who went in the sewers. I blanked on his name for a moment.
Oh yeah, that guy.
I'm horrible with names. That's the part I suck at.
Johalsen.
Johalsen. We found Johalsen, and he was still alive, although suffering some from burns. Most of the sewer entrances are currently occupied. However, there were two he was not able to check. The one up by the governor's mansion, and the one by the library that's been covered up with an azalea bush near here. In addition, there is a group of people in the governor's nephew's house in their basement that used to be a former jail cell. Around 47 people.
Oh.
I healed as many as I could mundanely because I don't know if they're monitoring for magic. I did offer them to have them come and take the way out with us, but apparently the person who is leading them really dislikes you, Bernie.
Who's that?
He was missing his 2 front teeth and called you a liar. And
Yeah, I think I might be. Yeah.
Hole in pants.
I mean, is there a story there you want to tell?
Not really. Well, he used to be an asshole and probably still is. You see this broken nose here? That was him. I just gave him some payback for it. Once, just one punch.
he's missing his 2 front teeth.
Oh, well,
He said you pulled them out.
pulled them out.
Mm-hmm.
No. He's a liar.
Insight check.
I pushed them out very hard and very fast. It's called a
Can
punch.
I do an insight as well?
I mean, sure, you guys can, but you're gonna believe what it is you're gonna believe.
I mean,
I didn't actually intend to push or punch his teeth out.
alright.
I just intended to. Yeah, we have a local sort of custom here. Sort of like if you're. Let's say you're a bad parent and you punch your kids or something. Then when your kids eventually grow up, they have sort of a. Well. This is local custom. It's not into law
I was about to-
specifically, but yeah. So they're allowed to like give a punch back.
So
Oh.
you removed your father's teeth?
Not my father. No, he's a
Your stepdad. Wait, is this your mom's ex?
no. He's a neighbor. He's the father of a guy I used to grow up with. Me and Kurt would get into trouble with that guy all the time. Well, usually Kurt would, but then I had to get into trouble to defend Kurt, you know?
I see. But he said he would be willing to work with the Ashari, so... Miriam, do you think that Volshiker Sending will be able to work to send something to Keyleth if I include a map of where they're at as well as the passcode?
BM, just to clarify, I can only send words through that, correct? And it has to be someone who knows
Anything
it?
that you can put on the parchment, and it can only be sent to an individual who also knows Volstrucker magic, which is the paper.
That's the stick.
Yeah.
So I don't think Keyleth knows the secret Volstrucker techniques.
What are the odds? Can we roll D100 to find out?
She does not.
Damn it.
There's no justifiable reason why she would.
We can orchestrate a trade to teach her later.
Right. Well, who else did you meet there? Are there any fighting men?
They were all injured in some various ways, some more mangled than others. I left them 4 healing potions for some of the ones who were more injured.
Right.
I will do a sending to Keela to let her know that where they're at, as well as the passphrase.
Right. But can you do that now, though? Or
yes.
oh, I thought you had.
I have some magic left, not a lot.
All right.
I don't know how they're. She's mentioned tree striding. I don't know how that works, but I know there's a few trees about 4 blocks away.
Right. Well, when you notify her, let her know also that they are stealing the souls of the dead.
Right.
Yeah.
I hate to bring it up though, too, is like I don't know how much longer we can keep at this. We this morning we spent a lot of our resources trying to heal a dragon, which was, really good. And then now we're here this afternoon, didn't even eat lunch to save a town from the Empire. I can go on, but I am fairly spent on all my gadgets and stuff until I recharge them.
If I might make a suggestion, I think we should try to get to the library that's near here and into that sewer entrance. It should be covered up in a hidden location. And then from there, we can scout out the path needed towards one of the 2 exits. One is more of a sheer drop that leads off. The other one leads out into the swamp.
I mean, is there a way that we can let our allies know as well, such as Eric and I can't remember the other's name, but Eric, the mage guy, sniper, because I believe we sent them on a mission to go and rescue hostages, or at least
we sent them to the schoolhouse.
Yeah, because we were going to go blow up the oil.
Could send it.
I could. I need to do that. Let me do Keyleth first, since that's 47 people that we know for sure can get saved.
You still have spell slots for sending?
Higher level.
And we still have, I think, 1 spell scroll. That's a sending stone.
I do think we should rest, but this is your operation, Bernie. I will listen to you.
I think those of you who need to rest should do it. I still have a lot of fight in me.
Right.
And I don't intend to stand idly by. So we will be... Those of you who want to, of course, I won't force any of you, but we need to be active this night.
I mean, we do still technically have the element of surprise.
And we have the entire night ahead of us. It only is... Because it only recently turned night when we arrived.
That is correct. You arrived directly after dusk. So not immediately, but it's still early in the evening. At this point, it's midnight, maybe?
Okay.
And do not forget that the necromancer over here has a fresh body in tow tomorrow.
True.
If we really want to just cause panic while we evacuate people and deal with their supplies, I hold up the anchor.
You gave that to Cecilia, remember?
Oh, right. I forgot
Yeah.
we did that. Never mind.
Yeah, that's actually going to be funny soon.
So,
Well, if we are trying to cause panic, I could destroy a few buildings that don't have anyone inside.
I
A
don't see.
distraction.
Who are you trying to cause panic amongst?
Well, the enemy that you call the Empire.
Right.
Or if we
It will
just want
draw them closer to the destruction to find out what happened, right?
Maybe not. They're already going around destroying buildings. If they see a house burning somewhere around, they'd probably just be assuming that one of the other troops did it.
I mean, I
Not burning. Utter destruction. Suri, Mitanaton, please talk.
I'm still of the mind that we should, make sure that they don't have their, she does the air quotes, blessed oil.
Well, what exactly is it you're capable of, Undeadu? I mean, utter destruction. What does that mean?
I can flatten lands, cause holes of dark space to appear. Singularities, as one might say.
Do I have any idea what she's talking about?
Okay. No, I'm just thinking that if that is something, if they have some kind of, I don't know, artifact or other one of these other singularities up at the mansion, if that is something you could do there, then that would be more conducive to our goal, I think.
wouldn't
Well, my problem is the souls are going somewhere which is abominable the least. They are using innocence. As much as I want to rush there, it would not be the smartest thing at this precise moment.
Our main issue is we are pretty spent up. We can't rush, but we do have to act.
Right. So,
Then I suggest those who do need to rest, find somewhere and rest, including myself. Bernie, as well as anyone who does not need to rest, can go out scouting around if need be.
yes.
Because I only need at least 4 hours for me to be fully repaired.
I need 8, and if you guys could scout out the library to see if it's being occupied and perhaps even find any tomes that might help with city planning, that would help.
I mean, you had me at library.
Since, think about it, if there is any map of the sewer system, we can find buildings that lie atop it and tunnel our way into it to make paths out of the city. Use some of the holy fire, as they call it, make a small crater, and they dive into it and run out of the city. Turn their own weapon into a tool of escape.
thinking.
At
we
this.
could do-
Oh, go
No,
ahead.
go ahead.
Continue. No.
All right. Now, I'm just thinking what we could do to actually give them some information about what is happening here. We do have that lantern that reveals hidden things. If that is pointed around an area where someone is dying, maybe it will actually be able to show them that person's soul being drawn off towards the mansion.
Could you not then just attach the spyglass to it and point it at the siphon itself? Let all see.
Maybe. I'm just worried that there is something. I mean, we already kind of know, but there is something more happening here than just the attack itself. They've brought something here for some nefarious purpose, and that seems to be, I would assume, the main actual reason, at least in Trent's eyes. Maybe the Admiral himself doesn't even know exactly what it does, because the only reason I saw it was because of what. Well, I just learned to use that ability.
Oh, speaking of that, some of the survivors saying they saw someone from there shouting at the blue dragon to fight me.
Okay.
I believe it might have been the Admiral who was shouting to Keyleth, that is the blue dragon, to come down and fight them. But speaking of, I need to do that sending to Keyleth, and I'll take a moment to do a sending to say 45 people, Governor's nephew's house, basement, passcode, the vintage take is on their way, trees located 4 blocks away.
Yeah.
And let her know also about the souls being taken.
In addition, some kind of soul siphon in city.
In manor, in the
above manor, large necrotic energies.
Yeah.
Oh, received. Wow, cool. Sorry, not cool. I'm on it.
And if I might make a suggestion, if we are planning on acting tonight, depend on this or that, we do still need to let our allies going to the schoolhouse know whether they need to continue with the mission or fall back for the moment, because if we just leave them to their own devices, that might put them in a tough spot.
Right, I can let them know. This will be using up some more powerful magics, but I'll do sending to...
Just use a scroll.
Oh. Yeah. I'll take out one of the sending scrolls to Raven, to send us Raven home of fall back to this position, working on establishing escape route, meet up for more information.
I'm thinking that, well, Ingrid, if she is as capable sniper, I believe she called it, then, well, they might have some kind of, I don't know, wizards or clerics dedicated to this other unholy entity.
High-value targets?
Right, high-value targets. If she would be able to maybe help taking some of those out during the night, that would draw a lot of attention. And that would also provide us with an opportunity to better help people escape. So...
I mean, Eric did also want to blow up some Empire troops.
He did.
Wait, are there more of those that are worshipping that unknown god?
I mean, it seems like all of them actually are. They don't know it, but Theon here, that's his name.
It is
he
very
also
common.
Right.
Theon,
So yeah.
Can you tell me the tenets you're taught?
To rule a land is of the highest order. It is the highest responsibility to guide that land and its township to prosperity. Prosperity is held by those that sit upon the throne to protect those beneath it.
Hearing those tenets, can I make a religion check combined with the symbol to figure out who that might be?
All right,
I want to assist.
You absolutely can, and this will be the second and final time you guys engage with attempting to find out what it is, what it means.
As Lily is a worshiper, or I guess a follower of Knowing Mistress, can I either make my own roll or help as well?
2 people engage at a time, unfortunately.
Well, that's why I said roll
Bernie
my
gave
own.
her advantage.
Bernie's giving her advantage. Yeah,
Oh.
that's yeah.
Okay.
And I'll use guidance on myself. Religion. Then a D4.
Oh, come on. We love 22.
No.
24.
You have more familiarity with the betrayer gods than anybody else here. But Bernie's insight into the opposite end of this spectrum, the side that goes against them, that fights them, that kills them. You start thinking about these tenets and breaking them down. To guide forward is a easily misconstrued tenet to give individuals. To rule and dominate upon a throne. There's only a couple of gods that aspire towards thrones in general. What the hell? One of my other tabs started making noise. I don't like that.
It's because the god you're about to reveal isn't trying to stop you.
It was a Facebook video after they just start repeating videos because I clicked off. Anyways, and piecing together the deceptive nature of it, the way that it imbues itself into the symbology. You can't point your finger at any one betrayer that would outline this. But 2. At least 2. To sit upon the throne and rule over all, there's some dignification to that. And the only betrayer that is dignified is Asmodeus. In order to aspire to progress and destruction of everything else, is what you would add in, knowing what they actually do. That would be similar to Bane.
That
Is next to the house.
that doesn't make sense.
It's not worth it.
What doesn't make sense? You were thinking, and then you just suddenly said that out loud.
That's not one god. That sounds like at least 2, maybe 3. Asmodeus and Bane.
I mean,
That's what 2 of those tenets I can think of.
Asmodeus.
I look at the soldier. Do you just suicide pill?
No, he didn't.
That's. Go on, sorry.
There might be more going on than we are aware of. Well, of course there is, but those, if anyone would be capable of some kind of profane alliance, I think they would be good candidates.
Ooh.
We need to alert Vasselheim.
Question, Joey.
Yes.
If I remember my lore correctly, and I don't know if this is the same lore as here, Asmodeus and Bane are both lawful evil deities, correct?
Bane is more neutral evil, in my opinion, but yeah.
Would it make sense that another lawful or neutral evil betrayer might be involved based off this?
I mean, you can make any assumptions you would like.
Because I would probably know the most about, well, Zahir than Lolth and Torog, just because they're the rivals of Zahir and they hunt them down. But no, that first tenant sounds more like Asmodeus. The second one sounds more like Bane. What was that third one again?
To rule upon the throne?
No. The rule upon the throne, that sounds like Asmodeus.
God damn it, why do I close out handouts after I say shit? I need to stop doing that. Sorry. Give me a second and let me get it back.
No,
if
good.
anybody remembers, it might be faster. I have a lot of fucking handouts. Shit. It was to rule upon the throne and progress. Progress was the first one. No, he only gave you...
Wasn't that one of
No,
them?
that's what you added in based off of their actions. Even if it's not the vocal tenant, that was their action. Yeah, they only have 2 tenants. They don't have 3.
Is there a third tenant?
Tenant.
No, there isn't. There's 10. 10 tenants.
10?
No, I'm joking. That's the DM making a joke. That's okay.
Oh.
There are tenants.
Yeah, tenants. Tenants.
Oh, no.
Tenants.
That's at least something with Asmodeus and Bane. But why would Asmodeus team up with Bane of all people? Of all gods?
So you say that, why wouldn't he?
The Lord of the Nine Hells and the Strife Emperor?
Yeah. That
Ow.
Joey, I don't remember how much you like it changed in your universe, but in terms of like the calamity, like it was whole Asmodeus united with the betrayers and stuff and all that, right?
No, I wrote a lot of my lore before they even remotely got close to all of that. Adendu would be the only person here who, well, lived through the majority of that whole experience. So Adendu, you are aware that when the betrayer gods were beginning to form together, Asmodeus sat as a third party. He did not join in to help the betrayers, and he was not trying to help the primary deities either. He was observing the battles, observing the course of actions, waiting to decide which side he was going to be going on to. And, of course, you perished before, or you got stuck in a well before the rest of that would resolve.
And then we would chime in with the one you speak of is basically one for themselves, looking for the better group of who may win and who will lose. So teaming up with others for their own benefits is logical. And the gods themselves, mighty as they are, they still want power, faith. And even though those that you call the betrayers still hold lots of sway, do they not?
Yes, we know from when we were in the Shadowfell, a cleric of Asmodeus who said that there was no lawbearer on his world, only Asmodeus is the god of law.
Plus, whenever we go on a ship, we always have to be afraid of getting attacked by these snake people.
So you have to understand that if it's beneficial for Asmodeus, then they are willing to do what needs to be done if it gives them something in return.
Besides, they might set aside their own grievances in order to win in the short term. Well, short term from an immortal's perspective, maybe.
Indeed, a blink of an eye is a generation.
Divide and conquer.
Well, I mean, the easiest way to take care of another god is to corrupt what little faith they have, so no one believes in who they truly are anymore, right?
If that's
Would
the
I... Sorry, would I know about the barbs when he was showing the medallion? I don't think I asked that.
You have a high enough passive. You would have noticed the barbs and the pin stuck between. And now that this line of thinking is being brought forth, you can safely assume that that can be a bastardization of certain symbols.
Okay. And then they would say that after all of this time, after thinking. So, whoever is stricken the Empire is really trying to step over your own deity, Bernie. Which isn't a good thing whatsoever.
No,
No offense there, of course.
none taken. Well, be that as it may, there's little we can do about that right now. What we can do anything about is the schoolhouse, the mansion, and the warehouse. Those are our
And the library.
and the library.
Yeah.
Those
Oh,
are four targets.
Bernie was still speaking. Ice, give it a moment.
And we need to figure out if the others were able to get on with doing anything at the schoolhouse. But we really need to get on with hitting that warehouse, I think. At the very least, it will deplete their stores of this blessed fire.
And that moment is actually a perfect opportunity for you to receive ascending, Mirian.
Uh-oh.
General Mirian. We have successfully infiltrated their warehouse. We have all of their gods dead, and we possess all of their oil.
Do I recognize this voice?
Yes, of course. This is your little elf friend.
Oh, Zash.
Oh, well, it appears...
You sent them out to scout, but yeah.
Well, no, they got
We
back
sent
from
them out
scouting.
to deal with the schoolhouse.
Yeah, no, because last session they came back,
Oh,
and
no.
then we was like, all right, we'll go to the warehouse. You guys go to the schoolhouse because we'll be the distraction. And
That
then we
is-
got caught up with other things. And,
That is correct. Yes.
boy. So Zash, with the rest of them, apparently taken over the warehouse and have killed a bunch of people. So I suggest we go there now to make this less of an awkward situation.
Yes, we go to the schoolhouse.
I reply to her sending, understood, on our way, maintain position, and for God's sake, hide the bodies.
Oh no.
You should.
What'd she do?
Okay. She will not use another spell slot to communicate further.
Miriam, I said we're going to the schoolhouse.
Oh, I'm sorry. I misunderstood you.
You guys are also only a couple of blocks away from the warehouse's location. You were almost there before you got emotionally charged.
Well,
Well, okay, let's see if we can't stop by there on the way. I mean, as soon as the troops need to replenish their supplies of that fire, then they're going to go to the warehouse. And they're going to find out that it's been taken. So that's where they'll be sending reinforcements, and quite soon, probably.
Well, Ernie, as a soldier, how long do patrols usually last?
Well, it depends on what kind of patrol it is.
Just, just in general, like just average.
Well, from what I've heard about the Empire, they usually have like a 4-hour patrol before they change patrols, and
All right, so within that 4-hour period, we already took out, let's assume, 2 patrols because of those squads. So that's at least an hour because we also kind of stood here waiting and talking and interrogating and waiting.
This has been 2 hours in total of you guys resting. Tulsha leaving and coming back, it was 2 hours.
Yeah, so we do have possibly 2 hours of leeway, but let's not assume that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's go.
Yep.
Take some barrels, put in the portable hole, the rest send into a barrier and destroy it. That's what we agreed on, right?
I'll just... Okay, everyone, I'll turn to everyone in the room. This desk belongs to me. Or us. And I'll start emptying out the portable hole there.
Wait, are we putting people inside the portable hole right now?
No, we're putting barrels in it.
All right, all of you in there. That's my desk. Don't touch it. Just.
But I thought our math was based on what we already had in the hole.
We're taking another break real quick.
Okay.
I did want to use Divine Sense on the napalm that we already have while we're sort of heading there.
Perfect. So you use your divine sense, and now that the object is out, Lily, you're holding it and holding it out?
Yep.
Okay.
Because it was mentioned it might be infernal.
Tell me what you did with it when you got it. Which of the napalm is this, Lily?
So this is the napalm bomb that she looted from the dead body of the squad we killed last session.
Okay, so you take out the canister. Lily, roll me a Tinkerer's check real quick.
Can I give guidance?
Absolutely.
Utilizing intelligence.
go.
Yes, please.
Oh shoot,
D4.
that's right. And I technically have a point of exhaustion. I need to roll this at disadvantage.
When did you get a point of exhaustion?
Lily stayed. Everything that's been going on.
Yeah, Lily stayed up all night. This is
She
rough
doesn't
on you
need to
guys.
sleep. She's an automaton.
Yeah, but she needs to rest. That's
So, yeah,
the thing.
yeah.
You still
The,
need
the
rest.
reason her blood keeps, quote unquote, lubricant keeps getting put up because it keeps creaking.
All right. So, D4.
Roll that again.
Roll that again, and also your D4.
Do we need to give you some WD2 then?
Oof.
Well, hey, so this is the first roll that counts. It's the disadvantage.
15 plus D4.
Yeah, so 15 plus a D4. As you take out the object and you see Bernie's about to take a deep breath, you warn him to stop. You notice that there's this faint layer on the seam of this cartridge of a metal that you detect very quickly, which is lead. So, you take out a couple of tools, Lily, and you pry it open, and you see the inside of these canisters are lead lined. Bernie would not be able to sense them through that.
But now that it's open without the lead blocking part of it, at least.
Now that it is not fully encased in lead, Bernie, you may sniff.
Yeah, inhale
Yeah.
that gunpowder.
Sorry, I always roleplay that divine sense is you smelling the air and you smell whatever's foul.
Sorry, yeah.
So,
Bernie can smell
Okay.
what's cooking.
yeah.
Hmm.
Ooh, hell.
Gives it a little taste.
It is desecrated, Bernie.
Right. This is foul. It is an unholy thing.
Wait, are you saying that they dared to combine divine, even if it's evil divine stuff, and alchemy, invention together?
I don't know exactly what they did, but this is a desecrated substance.
Could we bless it and turn it into a holy hand grenade?
Or
That-
not sure what a grenade is, but
Oh, I can tell you what a grenade is. Yeah, just give me some time, Bernie. I'll get you a grenade.
I have a feeling
So-
I might like those.
And with that note, you are very reassured now, Tolsha and Bernie, that this is, in fact, probably influenced in some part by Asmodeus this whole time. It's the only desecrated fire either of you can think of.
I guess we found Diet Hellfire.
Probably the one who gave Trent access to a soul.
Right.
Probably.
Maybe, yeah. Maybe Trent's made some kind of deal with Asmodeus.
That does seem to be that guy's MO. Both of those guys, I should say.
No, but it's more likely that Asmodeus is using Trent to further his own goals than the other way around.
Well, I wouldn't just say Trent. I would say the whole Empire, and Trent's just the big player in it.
Right. Puppet. Maybe. A willing.
You You said he was a lich, right?
Yes.
What if these souls was to untimely bring him back faster?
Oh,
Can that be done?
Why not?
do I?
Necromancer Arcana check.
God damn it. I did the math before. How many souls we take to face in a resurrection?
You did. Roll me an Arcana check. Let's see if you.
Do I get advantage because we did the earlier math?
Oh no, you have straight up opportunity because of this.
Oh, great. I'm gonna
Guidance.
use session advantage on this.
Can Lily help?
You're proficient in Arcana, correct, Lily?
I am expert in Arcana.
Oh, then you can absolutely help him.
Okay.
Double guidance?
No, single guidance. Be a bard if you want to do that shit.
In the future.
Oh, you were robbed.
Hey.
25. 7.
27.
Nice.
Oh, we like 27.
More than 22.
Oh, you do. Anyways. Mirian. You would need... You have to move past all of your ethical thinking and teachings to start comprehending this. It's a spectrum of thought that you have not explored because it goes against the boundaries in place to ensure the safety of everybody involved, including the necromancer and the realms themselves. As you are in this deep contemplative state, you start thinking about what the actual value of a soul is in terms of necromancy. To hasten something like the resurrection of a lich through a phylactery, especially one as powerful as Trent, the number of sacrifices would not be a small number. It would have to be a very grand number. It would have to be something that you would not easily remove from any population without it being genocidal in nature. But if you had to place a number on it, you would think 10,000. 10,000 souls would hasten it by one day. And
How
if
many
you
peop-
and if you had to think like Trent, that would be an easy task to aim for. However, with 27, it would not be a simple type of sacrifice like many people think. It would be something that is very difficult to achieve. You would need an artifact, an object that can have souls filter into it and maintain them until the point that you could process them effectively. Meaning, if you were doing this, you would have all of those souls on hand until you had the 10,000 available, and then utilize them. Those souls are still redeemable.
Remind me again how many the population of Drenna was?
Oh, 14,000?
14,000.
And they slaughtered the lower already. And they're willing to kill their own.
What are you thinking, Miriam?
Whatever is siphoning souls up there, it's collecting them to hasten Trent's resurrection.
Well, fuck.
Wait, if he has multiple of these, then
Then he would. It's not that simple. To hasten the resurrection by even just a day, you would need thousands of souls and you're seeing Miriam's like going pale. It's like you would at least 10,000 just for a simple day. But until the spell is cast, the souls are still held and can be freed.
Then we can assume they have some kind of singularity up there in the mansion. And that...
With that 27,
I don't think Bernie was done. Sorry.
Oh, sorry.
He did the quiet trail off thing again.
And that has to be our goal, I think. As much as I want to save the lives of people, I want to save souls even more, I think. But yeah, let's focus on what is at hand right now. We're getting close to the warehouse. We'll do that. We'll go to the schoolhouse. Then we need to focus on that thing.
Well,
Because
yeah.
if Trent shows up here in Drina, it's all for nothing.
And we can use the sewer system because the library connects to the manor to get there secretly. So the sewer system will double as escape and our way there.
Then let us go to the warehouse now, then. We don't have much time left.
All right. You all begin hurrying over to the warehouse now.
We also need to let our allies know so we can come up with a good, viable plan for this.
If there is a marching order, and then there will be next to Lily to protect them if need be, being they have exhaustion.
All
Like,
right.
Lily's had that exhaustion for a while now. It's a little late for that. She's up front with Bernie.
I got exhaustion as well.
Yeah, the whole party's kind of tired.
When
All right.
did you guys all get exhaustion?
I couldn't sleep because of the blight.
And Lily
And
stayed up.
Yeah, to make sure you had your little potions and all that good stuff for it.
The vials, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's been a hell of a day. Good DM. Good job. Anyways. You all head over to the warehouse. I don't really need a stealth check for this. It's only 4 city blocks, and to be fair, the people patrolling around here are kind of splattered.
Oh, well, not even that. Like, one of them's burnt to a crisp, and Lily got rid of the other bodies with acid rot.
Here's the question. What are you doing with the prisoner?
I'm going to leave him where we stayed.
Okay.
And I'll look to one of the people there who seems like he's got a good head on his shoulder, hopefully. Tell him to keep a watch out for the prisoner, but don't harm him.
And Lily will also gag the prisoner in case he decides to start shouting his location.
Very good.
That's good enough. Yeah.
I could always use Geist.
Oh, and by the way, don't kill him. He'll just hasten our death.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
That was a play laugh in there. No, and then do.
So,
It's disgusting.
it is disgusting. I agree.
Yeah,
So,
sorry about that.
you're good. You're good. So, you all travel a few blocks away. You find your way over towards this warehouse, and Bernie, you remember working in some of these houses in your younger years for short periods of time when you and your brother would both get hired and then have to be let go for various different reasons. Your brother caught sleeping on the job, or you caught knocking somebody's teeth out who wanted to knock your brother's teeth out. Various reasons. This facility in particular belongs to Shamble. The Shamble Company is renowned on these waters. They do international shipping across everywhere. They are very influential and donate incredibly generously to the Iron Oath each year in order to ensure that they have the proper training facilities that they aspire to. You never worked for them in particular, but you need higher qualifications to get a job working for the Shamble Company. Now, you get over to the door, and as you all reach there, many of you have the passives to be able to see that there's an arcane lock on the door. From Zash.
Lily will knock on the door with the little da 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 da. And also in Thieves Can't Knock, it's us.
Okay. She'll open the door. How did you know the secret code? I thought I forgot to send that.
I have my ways.
Everyone uses
Shave and a
that.
haircut.
Everyone uses that code. Anyways. Stepping inside, you see that many of the barrels are stacked 3 wide and 3 tall.
All right, let's see if we can't fill up the portable hole.
And while we're doing the manual labor of it, Lily will kind of openly just kind of casual talk like, oh, and this is just give you an update on what we learned, just to kind of keep them up to speed.
Wait a second. You're telling me that they have an artifact up there that's just destroying the souls? Or processing
Gathering.
them? Gathering.
Like, think of that. There's this one spell I researched for my brother, then he lost interest in it, and I didn't really care till my project called Soul Canister or something. Similar to that, but worse.
What's necessary to know is that they can still be saved. The souls, they are being collected in this artifact, but they're not destroyed yet. We believe they will try to sacrifice those souls to hasten Trent's return.
You all see that she's looking between all of you and over at the barrels. And then all at you and then over at the barrels.
Oh, also, I think I briefly kind of glazed over it. The quote unquote blessed oil is actually more or less infernal oil.
Yes, we believe that it was made as some kind of deal between the facade that is there, Church of the Lawbearer, which appears to be a church of Asmodeus and Bane, and is more closely related to Hellfire.
Right. And do any of you have reservations about killing your estranged brother?
No.
I would prefer not to kill him. Strongly prefer, but if he can't be reasoned with, we'll at least try to bring him back after we kill him.
Well, if all of the souls are safe inside, I say let's send all those fucking Zemnian souls into the thing, and then nobody can use it, and then we take it.
Well,
and
we don't know.
figure out how to stop it.
We don't know how to get the souls out of it yet.
Oh.
And we kind of want to save all the civilians that got massacred.
Right.
Let's get the barrels into the portable hole and we'll try and get rid of as many as we can quickly, and then we'll go over to the schoolhouse, try to rescue the hostages there. Then we'll see what we can do about the mansion.
I agree. Zash's hand, and it starts taking barrels inside.
I'll open the portable hole.
Lily's just manhandling it,
Yep.
like a normal person.
Yep.
You know, we might be able to fit more of the stuff into the portable hole without the barrels. If we just pour it into it.
That would ruin your desk.
No, I took the disc out. And
That
all the other things in it.
You can't take that bookshelf out. That's unmovable, remember?
Yeah, but the bookshelf's fine with,
Do we know if the shield on it will prevent oils from getting on it?
Protects anything from getting on it.
no dust.
Could we, in that case, can we pour all of the barrel contents into the portable hole?
How many gallons can a portable hole hold?
Oh, what's the
Actually-
inner dimensions?
Well, I was actually like looking at that. It's 10 feet deep, but it doesn't say like it's got a limit.
I consider things cubes when it's not specified, so it's a 10-foot by 10-foot cube.
I think that's worse than a bag of holding then.
Well,
In terms of-
everything that fits inside is a 10-foot. All right, let's just read the fucking object.
It's a 6-foot diameter, 10 feet deep. So
10 feet deep, 6-foot diameter.
Volume of.
Yeah. No, Google.
Difference is whether or not I have a 5th level spell slot after this.
Yeah, actually, that's a good idea. Have we considered pouring the oil into the hole and then lighting it up in there? Because that's shouldn't
So
destroy the hole.
It's 10 foot deep, 6 feet
Okay.
diameter.
A portable hole, which is 6 feet wide and 10 feet deep, can contain 280 cubic feet of space, which is about 100,000 standard coins or 2,100 gallons of water.
It's a lot of gallons.
100 gallons.
2,100 gallons of water.
2,100. And how many
Gallons, yeah.
gallons are in a barrel? I think barrels are 10 gallons each.
40 gallons.
40 gallons in each.
So
Calculator. I'm glad we have
42
one
US
mathematician here. All right, so you said 40 gallons?
According to U.S. measurements, 42 gallons.
All right, so we'll round down to 40 because fantasy. They don't have as
It'll
much
fit.
technology. All of it will fit, just raw oil.
Oh, wow, so we don't even need to teleport anything. Okay, perfect. We'll just deal with this later.
And hey, maybe it'll burn that barrier on the bookcase. in the house.
Ancient texts from the arcane era. I'm not risking burning them. to test the theory.
Wait, what were you saying, Bernie?
Well, we've got a portable hole full of napalm then, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Or
nice.
I mean, is there a better use for portable hole?
No, I mean we can bathe in it and clean ourselves.
Yeah, bathe in napalm. That works
Yeah.
out swimmingly.
Yeah,
See what
just
I did there?
Don't bring any flammable bathing suits.
Sorry, you can't wear that. It's too hot.
Oh yeah.
So if we ever decide if we actually live through this, we have a very, very profitable business of just dipping rope in there and selling eternal candles.
I mean,
unholy eternal candles?
Yeah.
Hey, light is light when you're in the middle of the night.
I mean, at least it would work underwater.
It's now a portable unholy.
As we're filling
portable
this,
unhole.
as we're basically filling up this hell hot tub.
Yeah.
Lily's gonna be like, "Hey Bernie, I can't smell anything from my nose anymore. How's it smell?"
Like shit. Yeah, only worse.
Oh, I don't know if any of you guys have smelled raw oil before. That smells horrible.
It stank.
Yeah.
A
And not like
question,
gasoline. Gasoline, I am one of those people that thinks gasoline smells good. But no, this shit smells horrible.
It smells good till you get really high from the gasoline and die from it.
Yeah.
Hey Joey, what would win, this abyssal sludge or this fire water?
Let's not mix them and see.
I'm down.
Water and acid is fine, but acid and water is how is that thing again?
No, they're oil and water. They don't mix.
Yeah, but this is different.
I'm wondering if that abyssal fire, that hellfire will burn
Ooh.
abyssal sludge or not.
Yeah. Hey
Alright.
Joey, so approximately how long is this taking us to like more? I would assume we're breaking the tops of the barrels to pour it in. or
Oh,
just
yeah.
dumping
It's
the barrels in there.
you
as
can fit
barrels?
3 of them side by side to empty out the barrels. This entire process might take half an hour. So, you were using your spell, Lily, correct?
the wheel woe one?
Yes.
Yeah, that was before we came here.
I
but
know.
yes.
I'm trying to. You guys did a fucking lot while I was just Kidding.
Taking a shit.
Yeah, it gave you things to think about.
No, it
I'm
didn't.
full of shit, man.
Anyways. What is your first question?
Well, it's only I think it's only one question.
Oh, it's
but,
that spell you're doing. Okay.
Way or woe?
Yeah, it's the
Augury.
augury. So, and the question was basically, is it better to go after the blessed Oriole than the library? So like the way I phrased it, is going after the blessed Oriole better, whale, or worse, woe, than going to the library?
Well, since we're here with the oil, you want to rephrase that?
No, this was before we started coming this way.
Right.
So,
Let me read the spell. By casting gem inlaid sticks, rolling drag. Okay, blah, 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 blah. You receive an omen from an otherworldly entity about the results of a specific course of action that you plan to take within the next 30 minutes. The DM chooses from the following possible omens. The spell doesn't take into account possible circumstances that might change. So, you would have to ask one way or the other to get an answer. You wouldn't be able to say, hey, which of these would be better? It would be, what are the consequences of us going after this? What is the consequences of us going after? Like, if we took this course of action, what will happen? You have to choose one or the other. That's how augury works.
well, no,
Good or
it's-
bad?
Yeah, it's good or bad. And I was asking, is the Oriole going after the Oriole better, good, or bad, worse than going after the library?
Yeah, but that's
You're
changing.
you're changing the circumstance. That's the part of it you can't do.
Oh.
The spell doesn't take into account an outcome such as the casting of additional spells, changing the circumstance, stuff like that. So
If that's the case, Lily would have augury like, is there going to be trouble at the warehouse or not? Does that work?
no, you would augur
Is there
what
gonna be
will
trouble?
happen. What will happen if we go to the warehouse? That is how you have to like. What will happen?
Okay.
Then it
that's the-
replies, wheel.
Good results.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, and as Lily's pouring it, she's like, "Yeah, this is wheel. This a lot of wheel. A lot of wheel in that."
You're
bottle."
wheeling right now.
The wheels on the barrel go round and round.
I mean, this turning out a good reward. You know, we're filling up a bag full of oil that she can experiment with, and she's doing it next to a strapping muscular centaur.
Quick question: since only 3 people can pour oil in at any given time, can we look around what else is in this storehouse?
Sure, roll an investigation.
I was going to ask the same thing.
Then you
You
may
wanna
do
assist?
so as well.
What was that, Miriam?
Yeah, we'll just both roll. You probably have a better one than mine.
Okay. Not this time.
Wow. Miriam.
Actually-
Yeah?
Thank you, Otis. I'm going to re-roll that.
Yeah, thanks, Otis.
Hey, Tizies.
And guidance.
Oh, yeah. The guidance breaker.
Hey, 20 is a threshold.
Yeah.
Normally.
So, as you are looking through this warehouse, Miriam, you checking high, Tosha checking low. You do see that there's a great deal many different belongings here. Or, sorry, shipments that have come in that have already been looted through. Miriam, what you discover is in one of these shipment aisles, there appears to be a lot of basic equipment and gear, like, ready to ship out that was, well, cut all the way through here. Like, all manners of basic PHB equipments that you would be able to find. There's a lot of rope, there's a lot of things like that. It's all pretty well outlined. Tosha, as you're looking through, you manage to come to the realization that You should probably just skip anything that's already been looted through. You're probably not going to get very much out of it. And then you notice something. Towards the front, there's a company aisle that is completely untouched, and it's the only untouched aisle towards the front as well. It appears...
Sorry, go ahead. I thought you were done.
It appears to be from the Verde company.
Would I know of the Verde company?
That is not in any line of business that you'd be aware of.
It's still quite suspicious it hasn't been touched. I'll ask out. Is anyone familiar with the Verde company?
Bernie, you may roll a history check.
Uh-oh.
Joey, would Lily have ordered anything from the Verde company for materials and whatnot?
Not specifically. This is a shipping company. It's not like you order from the shipping company. You order from various locations that they ship their things to. 11. I mean, it's a familiar name, a familiar major company on this coastline that does shipping and handling of goods, Bernie, but you don't know anything particular about them. They're just another shipping company.
The shipping company, man. This is a shambles warehouse, though.
Right.
Seems
I'm
a bit
just
odd.
wondering why they have an entire row of stuff here that's been untouched. Right near the front.
Untouched, you say?
Yes. Can I look on the shelves and see what is, like, on these shelves?
Crates.
Just crates?
Well, no, there's things in the crates.
Oh,
Are you going to
okay.
start taking the shit apart?
Iconography.
Before I do that, I'm going to quickly do a detect magic on the crates in the area.
Okay. You notice that one of these crates, kind of tucked away in the back, there's something magical coming off of it.
What school of magic?
Divination, I believe?
Could someone give me a hand with this one? There's divination magic coming from it.
Evocation. Evocation.
Evocation magic from it.
Huh.
A little
Be
different.
careful. We don't want anything to spark a fire right now.
Right, Miriam, can you take some time to identify it real quick?
Can I identify something through a crate? I don't think I can.
No, you need to touch the object that you were identifying.
I didn't know if it was on the outside of the crate or inside the crate.
Inside the crate.
Okay. Yeah, then
Oh,
can I check to see if it's trapped?
Yes, you can. Investigation.
$10.
Doesn't look trapped to you.
you have another Otis.
No. But I will, because Bernie said to make sure there's no fire, I will kind of like take it to the other end of the warehouse away from all the oil, just in case, before trying to open it.
Okay.
Just in case it's the fireball.
Yeah, you pick it up and you wander the fuck away.
I'll go over with her just in case.
All right.
Crowbar.
Yep.
Smash. You break into it. As soon as you break in, nothing happens.
I will start digging through the contents of the crate then.
You sense the object, and it makes it very easy for you to filter through. There's a couple of lamps, nice looking ones too. There's a couple of chalices, some plates, some fine ware. Apparently they're shipping inside of all of this. A lot of dining utensils that look, pretty high quality in nature. And then you find inside of it a stone that has the evocation magic on it. And immediately, Miriam, you can identify that without needing the spell as a sending stone.
Sending is evocation?
Yeah, I'm surprised too. I just looked at it.
That's a sending stone.
So that means this was meant to... Based off this, it's decently high quality, so someone in the upper district, most likely.
Did you find the shipping manifest over there?
No. Can I look for a shipping manifest?
Do you know what a shipping manifest is?
I know what a log manifest is because we have to log the books.
Good enough. That works. That would be towards the back area that you guys are in as well. There's a little closed-off office area. You go over, and the door seems destroyed, and you see that there is a half-elven man that has a spear skewered through his ear into the desk, looking horrified on his face.
Alive or dead?
There's a spear through his ear pinned into the desk.
People have lived through that, surprisingly.
Not people other than you.
Maybe he has just a very big ear and it just...
Yeah. Yeah, that's why I was asking.
He's very dead.
Does elves have long ears?
Gee. No, it is his brains are fucked by the spear.
Oh, okay.
Through the ear, through the head, into the desk. Skewered was the word I used.
In one ear, out the other. Got it.
Yeah. I said skewered. I mean, that's... Glad I could paint this picture for you.
Hey, there is cases it gets right through the eye.
That's a
Anyway,
gruesome one.
manifesto.
Yes, looking around inside, you do find a shipping manifesto. It's labeled Shipping Manifesto.
Right, let's just look through this and try to match the, I guess, registration on the box to where this is supposed to be sent to.
Let me bring you guys out to the big map.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Tal'Dorei.
Republic.
Y'all are right here right now in Drina.
Hmm?
The Verta Company is supposed to be shipping, by the looks of it. Oh, 1 second. Making sure I don't fuck this up, I have to be looking at other things. They are supposed to be shipping this over to Craghammer. This crate and the rack of crates that it is on are meant to be shipped over to Craghammer.
Interesting. Why?
Does it say from who to Crackhammer?
It does not say from who, which is strange, because many of the other ones do have senders, receivers. However, it does say the receiver. Willow Hyde is the name. Hyde. Willow Hyde.
There's no chance that name pops up from like past experience, does it?
Not with you, no.
Is it a notable person?
From all of your backgrounds in Tal'Dorei, no.
Does anyone know of a Willow Hyde? Hyde. In Crackhammer.
None of your backgrounds knows this individual, unfortunately.
We have NPCs with us.
Yes,
I was
sorry, they will shake their heads no, and
I was actually going to ask, our uncle-like figure. Let me double check his name because it hasn't been mentioned much. Let's see, Paula Schmimothy Marblegut, Uncle Schmidt, for a dwarven smith mentor to Lily at the Emerald Outpost. Might he know, or might if he had a mention the name like once
Do
ever?
we know if he's from Craghammer?
It's a good question. But he's a dwarf.
Yes, he is from Craghammer. He would have more familiarity with that area than you do.
Since everything on that row is meant to go to them, and I have a feeling that either that row was untouched because there's nothing they could use in there, or they're in league with one another.
Oh, that's what I'm afraid of. This. What was the name of the company again? You said.
The Verdai Company is the one shipping it to
Right.
Willow Hide.
Yeah, they
let's-
have some sort of arrangement with the Empire.
Perhaps, and if so, that's in the heart of Tal'Dorei.
I wouldn't call Craghammer the heart, but it's definitely like the.
Forehead.
The forehead.
Thanks, I hate it.
Let's double check the rest of the boxes in that shipment just to make sure to see what they were sending.
Yes. Well, let's start. We'll start cracking open the other crates on that shelf.
Okay. Breaking through a few more of these crates, I would like another investigation roll, please.
Alrighty.
From both of us or one of us?
Both of you, that's fine. You're both looking in different areas.
Okay.
I will cast guidance.
17 for me.
Ooh, nice.
You got an
Double
11,
guidance?
unless that was a Dendu.
No, yeah, that's to you because they can cast guidance on themselves.
They can guidance them damn selves.
13.
Okay. So, going with yours, Tolsha.
Detect magic is still up.
Yes. You end up finding that there's a letter tucked into one of the fine lapels of one of the sent objects in here.
Interesting. I'll crack it open to read it.
Okay. It's written in Zemnian. Oh no, you read every language. And just seeing the lettering causes a little skip to occur in your chest. Reading through, it appears to be a formal letter sent out to Willow Hide. Actually, I'm going to type that in chat real quick just so you guys have it. I said I'm going to type that in chat real quick. Fucking roll 20.
Sounds like our next destination is Craghammer.
We have so many things to do in the span of 4 to 5 days.
Yeah. So, the letter seems to outline a union ship and accepting of Willow as the new ruler of Craghammer, so long as she's willing to assist the Empire with their goals.
Oh, fuck.
Oh. Well, we got a conspiracy in Craghammer of getting this Willow Hide to rule over Craghammer for helping the Empire.
Are any of you proficient in Dwarvish?
Yes.
Yes.
Wait, am I? I think. Let me double check. I could have sworn I was.
Yeah,
Fuck, no,
giant.
it was Elvish because of the background. Okay.
That's
Any
fine.
NPCs familiar with Dwarvish?
No. None of them would care to learn Dwarvish.
Oh, what was that, Adenda? You cut out?
The eyes of the Runekeeper.
Yeah, it's knowledge
Cultural.
about Dwarven culture, not the reading of it. Usually when I specify something like that, that is because if you are proficient in a language, you also learn bits of the culture surrounding that language.
Me and
Okay.
Lily had our favorite uncle. Any chance some of that culture rubbed off on us?
I'll allow both of you to roll me individual straight intelligence rolls.
Oh,
Okay.
that's save.
Nope, it roll normal intelligence, not save.
That's a natural one. I'm gonna. Hey, thank you, Otis. I'm gonna re-roll that natural one.
Sure.
You're using it on this?
Yeah, I
Why
like
not?
it.
I got two more.
Like it. Hey, if he uses them all, he has to get more, right?
It looks almost a 20!
I'm done. I know when to call.
To
You
be
were robbed!
Lily.
Yeah, to be fair, though, Uncle Schmidt was Lily's favorite uncle character.
Yeah,
And-
that's legit.
And her favorite teacher was actually the illusionist teacher because he didn't give a fuck and he was a dwarf.
True.
Professor Thunderbrand.
So, in Dwarven culture, the unification of two families usually is done by bringing the God, what is it? Not
The last.
the
name.
prefix. Yes. It's usually done by bringing the prefix of the dominant family into the front of the suffix of the indominant family. This is how Dwarven culture usually is.
Is that how they get their names too? Like
Thunder
some name-
Brand. The thunder part would have been the dominant, and then Brand would have been the suffix of the other family
I
when
figured.
the two families came together. Yes. That's why many dwarves do have two words smushed together.
Hmm.
Hide
And sometime-
does not have a prefix or suffix. And anybody of note in Craghammer, there's not really exceptions, is a dwarf. Not because of racism or anything other than the static racism of Craghammer dwarfs. Just because, those are the people that have lived in the city the longest and built the most family businesses and such. If their name is Hyde, then their family is incredibly old and has a nasty history of quote-unquote unpolluted bloodlines.
Ah, gross.
Yes.
Does it say
Declare.
who the letter's from?
No, it does not. That was one of the strange portions of it. But it was written in Zemnian.
It doesn't remind me of any past writings we've seen from any of the Volstruckers or Trent or anything, does it?
Are you proficient in forgeries?
Cartographers and I got.
It would need to be
I can get-
forgery specifically.
I can borrow knowledge for forgery.
All right, then do it.
Yeah, I'll do that.
How long does that take?
Borrow knowledge is an action.
That's a spell, isn't it?
Yes.
Oh, the spell borrowed knowledge. Sorry, there's a
there's an
subclass
ability
that
to
allows you to borrow knowledge, and it's a whole
Oh,
short
right.
rest to do it, and then they made a spell. 755. Anyways, so roll me a forgery supply utilizing wisdom.
Utilizing wisdom. Okay. And guidance. 14.
You don't recognize the specific handwriting of somebody, but you would recognize if it was the handwriting of anybody of immense importance.
So it's not one of the higher level people
That you've
immense-
seen their handwriting.
that I've seen so far. But that, if there's already a conspiracy in Crackhammer, then there's got to be ones in the other cities as well. We should head to Crackhammer after Drenna.
You can only tackle so much. This is more of something for the local authorities there to deal with.
Maybe we can inform the Ashari, and they can speak to the representatives of the city.
I mean, it's hard to hear everything you've said because over by this hole, but I keep hearing Craghammer. I'd love to go there sometime.
Zash will raise her hand.
Yes.
After we're done helping Bernie with his family in his city, which I am happy to continue murdering Zemnians to help you with, I would love the responsibility of going up there with your brother and seeing what we can find out about this willow hide.
Is he-
If he wants.
Well, he's not here right now. Remember, we left him at the shack because he's not very sneaky. Centaur.
True.
I thought he was with us this whole time because he was strong.
I kept thinking that he was with us.
No, you guys left. Oh, no, he went with the explosives expert. That's right. Yeah. Which their job was to wait for a signal and you guys will tell them who to fuck up.
Yep.
But anyways, I would love that opportunity, so you don't have to worry about it.
All right.
So, you finish emptying out the last barrel, getting virtually all of it dumped into your portable hole. And Bernie, it's you can't open it standing up. You have to open it lying down now, or else it will spill out. But you now have one of the most terrifying things in our community. Combine that with the ghost ship.
Yeah, that's a nasty combo.
Yeah. Oh,
Well, I mean, the
Trent! Avita
I mean, who wouldn't like a mountain on fire in their backyard?
Yeah. But, speaking of as you guys are heading over to the school in order to try to rescue them, this is actually a great place for us to end because I have to go again. Players, thank you all very much for playing. Viewers, thank you for watching. See you next time. Bye.
Maybe stay away from the sushi next time.